All right, you guys, we're back for a short, quick second. My cannonballs. Hope you guys can hear me. Hope I'm not too low. Hope I'm not. But just a little busy. Just a little busy. But I have to say, I was not. Well, I was as I was busy. Um, I did see something. I saw some. I saw a character trying to be very, very rude, and they end up kicking your ass down, and that's important. That's important to kick the chaos demons down. Kick you down. And my thing is, why are you trying to ask inappropriate questions, on someone else's channel during the interview? And if they have an open panel, why are you getting up there acting a fool? And especially when a situation happened that is sensitive to the family. Why would you do that? That's crazy. And I'm glad they dropped your raggedy ass. I'm glad they dropped you. Because they know, oh, this nigga ain't about shit. We dropping his ass. Then you go back and run and get on your channel and try to make video after video because you're drunk and high for you're high for unknown substance, you know, doing this and playing music and then falling asleep and not even knowing that you're still on live. I don't understand it. You need to fix yourself. Fix yourself. That's not a good look. But you like that. But you know what? Since you are, a character and you like attention, hey, continue to make yourself look like a plum fool, a plum do fool, cause baby, it ain't a good look. And I would suggest continue on doing what you got to do, cause that's just you just look crazy. You look crazy, and then you want to people's um talk about people's loved ones over and over again. Like, hey, what happened was a very a disfortunate. It was very unfortunate. And I feel like when it comes to no matter if you are man and man or woman and woman, if you need to just walk away, just walk away. Don't you ain't gotta do nothing crazy like get a gun or get a knife or nothing like that. Now I can see pepper spray. I can see that. That's you may get sprayed, but you still be here. You know, you still be a part of the land of the living. But all this getting weapons and things like that, like no, it's time to go. And some people just gotta understand, just leave. Just leave or shoot. Y'all can either leave or try to at least come to some type of common ground so it don't get to that extent. But to have a chaos demon trying to be in the mix, you know, trying to be in the mix and cause chaos, and they shut you down. I'm glad they did. They needed to. They needed to. You was acting inappropriately like you normally would do. You want to. I don't know why. You come on here acting the way that you act because when you show other things, because I didn't seen you when you was in different settings and you wasn't acting too wild. You was trying to act so professional because since you think since you think that job that you got is everything, as if someone else can't do the same damn thing. I mean, it's been plenty of people that's out here been doing the same damn thing, wiping asses, changing people, whether they are caregivers or on the same type of time that you are on. But that's neither here nor there. But I'm just really just taken back. Like, nigga, please, you really thought you was gonna really try to do your big one over there, and you made yourself look like a plum fool. You did, and look, the roles reversed on your ass because you thought, look, whatever you thought, like you kind of remind me of a demon or the devil, because he is a demon to me, if you ask me. You know, um, whatever he meant for bad, God turned around for the good to get you up on out of there quick, fast, in a hurry. We ain't over here to be asking those type of questions. And you know what? After someone that just had a situation dealing with family, why would you feel the need to even go over there trying to be disruptive? That's crazy within itself. Hell, make me believe shit. You didn't even care about your love. You just only looking for the money. You know, A lot, like a lot of them do. You know, a lot of people are waiting on them policies, baby. They waiting on them. They waiting on them. I'm not. I don't give a damn about them. You know, hell, honestly, baby, I feel like a lot of people should be independent and be like, hell, I don't want your shit. Go out there, go build up, look, start from the bottom, and now you're here. Hell, if you have to sleep on an air mattress, or I understand when when it comes to donating and people want to give you stuff, but I feel like shit. I want to start up. I want to start from the bottom, and now I'm here. I want to start. I want to get new stuff. I don't want to have anything passed on down. I've been there, done that, and it's time to change that. Ain't nothing wrong with someone being generous to offer you something if you got a house or a new or really a new place. But let's be real, who really wants to be sleeping or having someone else's furniture in their house? That's what the hood, that's really on some hood shit. But you ain't gotta continue to do that. So that's why it's important to just shit go out there and shit. If you have to be on some renter shit, if you have to rent some furniture out, go out there. Hey, rent it for a few months and you paid it off. It's yours. Yeah, that's what I would do. But I would really want my furniture already paid off. Like anything that I get, I want it already paid off because I don't want to have to go back and forth and continue to pay on that for months and months and months. It's like, damn, I could have been paid this off, and that money that I'm paying them motherfuckers out up there could have been in my pocket. I'm just saying. That's why, that's why I gotta be very. That's why I'm trying to be very, very mindful on how I do things because I just don't want to give people any extra money that I may not, that I may have, but at the same time, everybody got their own levels of, well, I would say their own budgets and shit. And I don't like going over the damn budget. Oh, excuse me, but it's the truth. It's the truth. But yeah, I just have to come on and say that because I got a chuckle out of it because it was just like, wow, you really thought you was gonna look, you really thought that you were gonna go over there and try to start some mess. You can't. How dare you? How dare you? How dare you? But you know what? What goes around comes around, and you need to watch that because if you don't watch that and you are continuing on trying to cause, mess and be, very very ugly in a time of need when it comes to people that have lost someone. When you have lost someone too, maybe that karma gonna hit you a lot more harder than it's hitting you now. So I would suggest for you, hey baby, don't do that. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Cause baby, whatever you doing out to somebody, it can turn right back around on you. And I done experienced that. That shit ain't no fun. You think you getting over, but you ain't really getting over. You know, you really fucking yourself off because you gonna get it back. You gonna get it back. But hey, who am I to say? I just like to give out suggestions. Okay, but hell, y'all put it, like they say, you put it out there, so hey, we can talk about it, and I don't mind talking about it, cause you put it out there. Okay, you put it out there, and whatever I may see that I choose to do a little commentary about, I'm going to choose to do it. I don't have to say your name, you know, cause you will remain nameless. I don't have to talk, I don't have to speak on you at all. You don't deserve it. Cause I don't like you like that, but I can call out some BS when I see it. Sure can, cause I know you're kind. I know you kind. Niggas like you won't prosper for too long, let alone last out here without somebody getting off in that ass. I ain't gonna lie to you. hmm The world sees you just like they see me too. They sees you, but they ain't gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. They see you a lot for who you really truly are. We done seen you plenty of times. Getting on here thinking that's supposed to be a show. Baby, this ain't no goddamn reality show. This is reality. But you two perked up high off the attention, the wrong attention. You're not even getting the good attention. And look, that's the thing. A lot of folks in today's time, they don't give a damn if it's good or bad publicity. They love it because someone is saying their name and they got their name out there, so they feel like sometimes a lot of them feel like they're gonna get more traction to their channel. Okay, go off that type of mindset. It won't last too long. So you got to continue to make yourself look like an ass. You know you do. You got to make it. You got to make yourself look like an ass to keep that traction on there. Well, it depends on certain ones. Everybody can. Some people can talk and play music and continue to hold an audience. Some can't. Some people can just ramble and then they'll be sipping and then also they'll be forgetting what they're talking about. And when you have an episode like that, you can lose people attention. And you don't want to do that. Mm-mm. But some folks can, and not like the person I was just talking about. That person, you know, does that monthly. I promise you, monthly. It's not a day to go by that you won't see that person on live for hours and hours and falling asleep on live. Sometimes it's just best when you feel that feeling of I'm sleepy. It's time to just cut the camera off. You know, there's no need to just keep it on. Shit, I ain't keeping my shit on no, because you may hear some gas or some shit rolling around. Like some. Look, hell, I may have a plate on the side. You may hear that fall or the fan rolling. Yeah. I ain't gonna lie, shit. I don't feel the need to do all that. This ain't no goddamn ASMR channel. We ain't doing none of that shit. I used to know somebody they used to do an ASMR channel, but they was talking about cleaning their damn room, and all they were doing was just moving the damn bed around, moving the bed around, and and all you could hear a few skid marks on the floor, like, ooh, that's supposed to be appealing to me. Even though I'm not here for all that sound shit. That's for me. That I don't get aroused off of that. I mean, we're not aroused, but I don't get anything from that. But everybody's different. But yeah, I'm like, nigga, you over here trying to get a check off of YouTube, and you just over here doing everyday, life shit that any of us can do, cleaning rooms. Oh my goodness. Oh, I'm gonna move this around. Hold on, let me move my, let me move my bed around. Does that do anything for anybody out there that's on that ASMR shit? No, I couldn't understand that. But somehow, sometimes everybody ain't wrapped too tight, and some people may be a little, delayed, and that's okay. We still accept them for who they are. As I never said I was a genius either. I never said that. Yeah, no, but I ain't baby. I may not be the sharpest, but I ain't the dullest. I ain't the dullest. Hell, everybody learns in their own different type of way. Oh my goodness! But you guys, I'm trying to have a good day, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day. And when it comes to the haters that has my name in their mouth, hey, continue to talk. I don't really click or give you any type of view that you may want from me. Hey, continue to do what you gotta do. I'm not concerned or over here mentioning your name or having putting your pictures in the background so people can sit back and chit chat and laugh and it is what it is. I'm not ashamed of it, and I damn sure not ashamed of showing my my face and who I am. Since I have people out here that's talking ish behind things that we can't see who the hell they really are. But hell, I'm sure if you had the balls, to show your face, I'm sure we can have some judgments. Well, really opinions, and give you our judgment, our true judgment of who you really look like and who you really are. You know, Shit, I ain't gonna lie to you. It's the truth. But yeah. But you know what? On that note, you guys continue to stay blessed, and you know what? To the haters, continue to talk and do what you gotta do. No one's watching at all. That's why and I don't know how much that membership is over there is gonna be costing. Who's paying that much for a membership nowadays? Ain't nothing wrong with the memberships, but when it comes to certain individuals that that ain't about ish, and they trying to get some money like everybody else because they can hold an audience, save it. You're wasting your time. Okay, because no one's really watching and really entertained by that ish. Ooh, pay for this. Look, ooh, we paid for something that pay for this, and this was free. Pay for this. Pay for this. I just got done watching it, and you want me to pay for it now just because I want to go back and rewatch it? Hell no. Well, if I no. Well, it's in certain cases, yeah. Well, no, no that's different. No, but you want me to sign up? You know, shit. I ain't gonna lie to you. If I was a member, hell, once I done seen it live, there's no need for me to be shit. I don't know, no really no member at all for it. I don't give a damn what type of specialty you may, do for for the private members. I don't give a damn about that shit. But then when it comes to certain individuals, not to everybody, I don't want to offend anybody out there when I say that. But it's only for certain ones that we know of. Ugh, the ones that only can talk about other people, mm-hmm, on their channel. Yes, indeed, the same folks that they claim they don't even watch. But they can do commentary, save your videos, and then try to attempt to play your videos on their channel. Continue to play it. Who gives a damn? Who gives a rat's ass? But on that note, you guys, I'm gonna get up and out of here because I'm ready to eat a little bit and rest my back before it's time for me to get back up and do some more work. So you guys have a wonderful day, and I'll come back and chat with you guys later on. And to the drunkard over there, fixing up on patience. Get yourself together, bruh. Get yourself together before it's too late. Because, baby, from the looks of things, you ain't looking or sounding too well. All right, you guys. Bye. See you. I love you guys.